Why is it doing that? Don't look at my drawers. Assalamu alaikum, you guys. How to get close to Allah and how to prepare before Ramadan to be able to reach the best state in Ramadan. So I'm literally just gonna get straight into it. Number one, you need to go easy on yourself. You need to go easy on yourself because a lot of the time people will just go very hardcore and it will just get so overwhelming that you're going to get to a point where you don't feel like you want to do this anymore. Observe this with the reverts who like start reverting and you already see them with the niqab on and you already see them straight into spubs, for example. You see that a lot of the time they don't maintain the hijab, especially. They end up taking it off because it just becomes so overwhelming. So again, I shall repeat myself when I say you want to take it slow. And what you want to do is you want to list down the things that you're not happy about, such as like your consistency with your salah is off. Your consistency with your hijab is off. Maybe you don't fulfill all the conditions of hijab. No, it's not just a jilbab and niqab. So let's say you're wearing the jilbab. If it's perfumed, if you're beautifying it in any way, it's still not fulfilling all of the conditions of hijab. So maybe that can be on your list as well. What you need to do is like you need to really look at the areas of improvement. Another thing on your list is to seek more knowledge. You should do that. Literally, guys, I'm so sorry. I keep saying that the video is going to come soon because it is going to come soon. There's just so many things I want to factor in and there's just so many differences of opinions and I need to word my video correctly before I have the extremists or maybe the liberals come at me. Okay, so given that, and let's say you're working towards it, we don't realize it, but as we begin to better ourselves, when you begin to interest and begin to involve yourself in reading those books, in those lectures, you inevitably grow knowledge, not just in that topic, but in so many other topics. I remember I used to have books that used to talk about the hijab, and when I used to read those books, it would also open up the topic of different madahibs. So I was there to read about the hijabs. I was also then met with different madahibs, which then interested me to read about those madahibs, which then encouraged me then and pushed me to become interested in different rulings of those madahibs. And then, do you get what I'm saying? It's like it just creates a chain. Don't ever feel like you're going to be stuck in that spot because you have the intention to move forward, whatever that may be. I promise you, knowledge is going to come right behind you. And also, it's very important to be kind to yourself, like affirmation wise. When you're sitting, let's say with your hijab, I'm going to just say about the hijab because I know this thing best. If you're struggling with your hijab, let's say, and you are constantly speaking down on yourself, you might want to change your affirmations and begin making it encouraging ones, such as even if you don't want to, guys, I don't care if you look in your mirror every day, you tell yourself, I'm going to be better tomorrow. Don't speak down on yourself at all, because you speak things into existence oftentimes and we don't realize it. And I need to make a video on this as well. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna be good enough and it's gonna show. You need to begin changing your affirmations towards yourselves, and as cringe as it may seem, as much as you don't believe it, you need to keep doing it until you believe it. The next one, stay off social media, especially before Ramadan and during Ramadan. I'm not gonna be on my TikTok during Ramadan because that is such a breeding ground for weirdos, for extremists, for liberals, like just a bunch of weirdos. It's like a breeding ground for you, man. You want to stay away from those apps because they don't encourage us at all. Or there's sometimes you will see a Ramadan inspo, stuff like this, which is nice. However, to a certain extent I understand the videos and to another extent I don't, and I'll explain why. Some sisters and some brothers, but especially sisters, they'll make Ramadan about fashion, which in a sense I like, because I think in Ramadan when you're doing iftar and you want to dress nicely, I think those are good inspo. But in another way, it does influence the younger generation of Muslims, on the younger Muslims, about what Ramadan is about, and it's not about fashion. And I wish there were more videos surrounding on what you should be doing in Ramadan, important du'as to say. I know there are videos like that as well, so don't get me wrong, but there's such an increase in sisters posting videos that are not going to benefit your iman in any way. They just make Ramadan more exciting, which is not a bad thing again, but a lot of the time they distort your view of Ramadan, and Ramadan should be more of a spiritual connection rather than a outward dress code. Also because on TikTok there's only debates, there's only arguments, there's nothing good that comes out of TikTok. Like literally nothing good that comes out of the TikTok Muslim community. And in Ramadan, it's a time where you want to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala most you can, and you should be making the most of your Ramadan. And why would you be wasting it on TikTok where you know that that's a place that can affect your iman? So just delete it, man. But also, why does the sun keep doing that? I'm so sorry for that. If you guys would like, I will make a playlist of things that would be beneficial for you guys to watch during Ramadan. A list of activities that you guys can be doing during Ramadan. Also, oh my gosh, engage in more creative activities, which kind of sounds off topic, but it is on topic. I'm a creative person. I love crocheting. I love painting. And this is another way to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's say you are crocheting. Why don't you crochet a Quran case? But when you do things that are so nice and so cute and so sweet, like it elevates your iman. I don't know how to explain it, but it just does. Or maybe when you're painting, maybe you paint something Islamic. Or maybe when you read something Islamic. Like when we incorporate some of these Islamic things, even in our random activities like this, I don't know, it just elevates, especially mine, it just elevates my iman, subhanAllah. This video is like all over the place. My ADHD is bad today, so like I don't want to see no comments. Also, from time to time, take yourselves out. Like man and woman, just take yourselves out, because sometimes we think we have to be with people to hang out. But like, no we don't. I like to hang out with myself sometimes. And sometimes I like to go on solo trips to the masjid or whatever. I'll sit at a park on the bench and I'll read. Me time! Do you get it? When you have me and Allah time, like that's what you need. When I like go to the masjid and you know that there is just gonna be you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you want to connect, and that's it. Or you go to a library and you begin studying your deen and you know that that's just you and Allah there, like nobody else is gonna be there to bother you. Do you get it? Like when you do stuff like that and because in the same time, not only are you prioritizing Allah, but you're also prioritizing yourself and you're helping your iman in the same time. When we prioritize ourselves a bit more, it helps us a lot. Also, like again, on the topic of hijab, a lot of sisters struggle with the hijab because of the words of other people. Because brothers are speaking down upon them, or brothers are giving some extreme takes on the hijab that the sister can't handle, she can't process it, she can't understand. So when you also make the decision to ignore anybody's opinion, whether it's good or bad, and you realize that like they're not the ones in your situation, they're not the ones with the hijab on their head, or they're not the ones struggling the way you are, it's your life, then that's when a lot of things change. That's when you begin to elevate in your iman. Sisters, Allah did not make the hijab a jihad if He didn't know that sisters would struggle with it. Where I think some sisters and brothers need to just keep that mouth of theirs shut, because when a sister's telling you that they're struggling and it is between them and Allah, they are right. She is going to be held accountable for her actions and you for yours. And I think that it's important that you don't justify your sin, but you are aware that this is your struggle between Allah, and Allah understands your intention. And a lot of people, they like to say that you're a tabarruj queen who likes attention, fatherless. Why are you speaking for sisters when you say that? What if that sister is just simply struggling with a hijab, and wouldn't words of motivation, or wouldn't nasiha properly given, or wouldn't you giving sadaqah to her, wouldn't that have more of an impact, a positive impact towards her and towards you in the hereafter? When you struggle towards Allah and you try and better yourself step by step, you are getting rewarded for it. And I don't like when people just move past that, because there's not something small to just move past. So yeah, these are literally my advices before Ramadan. Even now, yeah, before Ramadan, in Ramadan, this is just my advice. I hope my advices somewhat help you guys, and I hope my ADHD did not make you guys misunderstand half of the stuff I was saying, and I hope that I didn't speak too fast, and yeah, hope you enjoy my video. Assalamu alaikum.